Hi folks, welcome to our little preview about recent changes in automotive safety area and what Vector can do for you. Before we come to recent changes, please let me look back a bit in time to 2011, somehow the starting point of safety for electronic system in the car. So what happened 2011? So that was a date where the first edition ISO 26262 came out. And it was a kind of big bang for the automobile industry because it appeared very demanding, because somehow ISO 26262 made a connection between good system engineering and safety. So good system engineering in terms of good system engineering for system design and system testing, same for software design and software testing, and same for the hardware development life cycle. So all these three areas have been affected by functional safety, and there was a big demand for the companies, and they spent a lot of effort to catch up with ISO 26262. So somehow that means for 2018, where the second edition was announced for ISO 26262, the companies expected some big bang, some bigger step for functional safety. But it turned out functional safety more or less stayed the same as it was before. So that means better clarification, of course, better explanation, of course, what it was meant already by first edition, but more or less functional safety stayed the same, just the scope of application was enlarged a bit, because now we have, in addition to passenger cars, we have buses, trucks, motorcycles in there. So that is somehow the background of the scenery where the new standard, Sotif, ISO PAS 21448 appeared. And that standard appeared as really new and as a kind of new kit on the safety block. So what's behind Sotif? Of course, Sotif is an acronym which means Sotif, safety of the intended functionality. So where ISO is more dealing with the faults and failures could occur inside the E network on the car, something goes wrong in hardware or software to mitigate these faults and failures. So Sotif is more looking to the external triggers. So something which comes from the outside in terms of sunbeams which are glaring my front camera sensor, or some not detected objects in the rear during parking in a lot or something like that. So these are external triggers. There's nothing wrong with the E system, but just the environment, or maybe a misuse by the driver, is challenging my features on the car. So that could also lead to same situation as we know it from ISO 26262. So people could be harmed by some unpredicted behavior of the car. So Sotif says, okay, we cannot avoid that the people or that the car is driving somewhere in the environment, but we have to think about how we can detect such situations, like being on a road and the sun is glaring my front window. So these are unsafe scenarios, and Sotif tries to reduce these unsafe scenarios by certain methods. More or less, it's about verification and validation of such scenarios. So finally, Sotif is a addition to ISO 26262, and of course it is more demanding than ISO, because if you think at higher level of automation, above level 2, then of course considering scenarios which a car can be in are becoming more and more complex, and the methods we need are more and more complex and maybe not known today. So you see, for the future, Sotif seems to be a very promising candidate to make safety challenging again. So if you feel now you need more information about functional safety or Sotif, so we invite you to our trainings here in Stuttgart and Munich. We have 3-day taking trainings for functional safety, ISO 26262, and of course we have meanwhile also training, a 1-day taking training for Sotif. And of course, if you feel you need to travel, save some travel time, or you need more aligned agendas for your business needs, you can invite us also to your sites. So thank you for your attention. Stay tuned and take care.